Today we are going to see that even in large GRT you can have thin cortical sheet of vitreous, and in this case we have already tried to induce by vitreous cutter, but it appears that we might have a nitrogenic bulb. So what we turn to is this our old diamond duster scraper. So this is at a very fast pace. I have just sped up this whole thing. So it appears that it's a very coarse movement, but it's very fine movement, and the aim is to induce this cortical vitreous PVD around the disc, so that the circular ring or the Weiss ring is formed. And what you see here is that we have been able to achieve almost 320 degree, and it is focally attached to this one more point. So at that point we are trying to reduce. We could have used vitreous cutter to do this, but in the heat of the moment I think we continued to do it. Sometimes when you hold with the vitreous cutter it tries to avulge or cut through it. So we continued to do it, and we are able to achieve this circumpapillary induction of the PVD, and finally we resorted to the ILM forceps to further extend it peripherally. Once you are around the arcades, at this point of time we should inject PFCL to stabilize the posterior pose. So this will give you another counterweight which will help you in the peripheral dissection of the PVD. As we see that we have already injected the PFCL, and now we continue to do the dissection of the PVD to the periphery, as far as periphery as possible. And this is the most important step which will determine whether you are going to have a post surgery aggressive PVR or a non-aggressive PVR. So this is the most important step. Obviously it's a large bullous retinal detachment with 5 clock hours of GRT, so the retina appears very mobile, and we try to extend this dissection as far as possible. I generally don't use band buckle support in my GRT patients, and I do rely on more aggressive and peripheral dissection of the vitreous rather than supporting on this. Almost in most of the GRTs you will not find an element of cortical vitreous, but rather than taking it as a norm, we should always meticulously go down, stain with the triamcinolone, and if you find triamcinolone crystals sticking to the retinal interface, you should always start suspecting that there can be a component of cortical vitreous which is still sticking. Now that we have done it, we try to straighten out the rolled out edges of the GRT, which can be done using the DDMS, and as we try to achieve as more cortical vitreous frill that is attached to the periphery. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video.